Oh, I did it again. Watch this.
We'll trim it in post.
It's the 67th edition of the Eternal Baseball Podcast, but you wouldn't know it. We still got some.
There's some gremlins in the machine.
Yeah, we'll do it. I'll write it. We'll do it live. No problem.
There you go.
Welcome back, or welcome to the Eternal Baseball Podcast. We're glad you're with us. I'm Mark Weber, my longest friend. Right? Ooh, that sounds different, actually. Oldest friend. Well, that sounds different, too. Oldest guy I'm still friends with. I'm not doing any better. My pal Brent Rotundi joins.
couple dropped by the wayside. So I stepped in, and here we are.
I haven't pissed them off yet. So good to go.
There you go.
We'll have Roner back for another week of the Eternal Baseball Podcast. We appreciate you joining us. We're rolling through the second half of the season. We had a good game tonight. It's the West leading San Francisco Giants against one of the wild card chasing teams, the Pirates, who are pretty good and have pitched great but haven't hit that well. So these teams have split the first two games of the series, but the Giants have won 6 of the other 7 matchups this year, 4 of them shutouts. So the Giants have had their way with Pittsburgh. We'll see if they have it tonight. And I don't even know why I have this, but it got me a little Pirates bat. So,
wow, excellent.
We'll see if that brings them any extra power tonight. I do want to get in a plug of sorts. So let me show off the shirt. One of my favorite new shirts. This is Baseball is the Best, but it's a fundraising shirt for Project ALS.
Love it.
Lou Gehrig's disease, which is always going to be tied with baseball. And one of the analysts for ESPN's baseball coverage, Sarah Langs, is currently fighting it. So if I share my screen here, hang on, I got a good picture of this. Wait a minute, that's not what I want at all. Here we go. Present, share screen, window. Let's go with this guy. So here's the shirt. And you can get it ironically at rotoware.com.
I'm currently in litigation with them. Right. I can't actually comment on this shirt because of it, and
it says right here, it says most of the money goes to Project ALS, but a little bit goes to Brent for licensing fees.
You're right. So, it's a nickel. I'm giving it back.
Right? Yeah, he's not the villain of this story here. So anyway, we appreciate you. We do this every Sunday night, or pretty much every Sunday night. And one of the things we want to do is look at the week that was. So again, let me share the screen here and get the right one. It's that guy. And here we go. It's the weekly eye chart. Brent came prepared. Take a look at it.
I'm going to have to graduate to some Harry Carey specs, man.
Right. I think you just need like
small.
You need a jeweler's loop you can put down in front of one. Be nice. Right? Now we're talking.
I'm going to think about that.
So we're out here in week 16, and as always, if your week was in the middle, you didn't get any color. But if it was great, you got a little gold yellow going on, and if it was rough, you got a little pink going on. So tough weeks this week for this week only. 1-5 Arizona Diamondbacks. The Cubs had their worst week of the season. 1-5. Still doing well, but the good ship Cub kind of ran aground this week. As did the Expos, who are leading the East.
Hate to see that.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Montreal. Philadelphia's right behind them. The Padres had a rough week. Tampa had a rough week. And let's be honest, Tampa's had a rough season. But good weeks for the Birmingham Knights. And I told Kansas City. Now, Kansas City has been terribly injured all year. So it's not all their fault. But this is the first season the Knights have been mortal.
Yes, barely above 500.
Just barely. And we told Kansas City and Texas and not so much Tampa, you better do it now because they're not vulnerable very often. And here they go, 5-1. for the Birmingham Knights. And
Rob has a hate mail.
Oh, I mean,
yeah. Well, wait, sorry. What's Wrigley Field's address, like they did in the Blues Brothers?
Oh yeah, it's like 1020 Addison Street.
Right? West Addison or something.
I love that when the Illinois Nazis show up.
You're right. Everybody shows up there. Like, oh.
Hate these guys. Hate these guys. So yeah, Birmingham 5-1 and probably starting their run. So be ready for that. Cleveland has had 3 good weeks in a row here and a real good season in a really competitive division, because the White Sox and the Tigers are usually a credible threat, although the Tigers are a little softer than usual this year. And the Yankees had a good week, but the Yankees have had a whole bunch of good weeks. And it's interesting because it's the first season. The Yankees are the defending champs, and they were pretty good in season 1 too. But it's the first year their pitching has been really strong.
Yeah, it's go time. Check out that record.
Yeah, I keep an eye on them pretty close. They're my favorite squad. And the other night, they played, I think it was against a left-hander. Mattingly's killing left-handers in a small sample size. So they played Mattingly at first and then DH'd Gehrig. And because, Gehrig's going to play, you can't not play Lou Gehrig. And Mattingly got hurt. So what happens when your only 2 first basemen were in the lineup, right? So they had to, I think they ditched the DH for the rest of the game and put Gehrig on the at first. And then after the game, Elston Howard got called up, which is pretty cool.
Oh man,
when you're calling up Elston Howard, and meanwhile Munson and Posada are like, "Yo, what about us?" And we're like, "You guys don't play first." Not really. But Elston Howard did, so he's making his Eternal Baseball debut this week. Hopefully, he cracks that lineup once or twice. So that's our week that was in Eternal Baseball. But the meat and the potatoes here is we got a game to play, and boy, I looked all over for a new photo for the ballpark because I really wanted a good picture of PNC Park, and I guess this isn't it. And I found a really good one that was offset with first base kind of over to the right. And I did all the dress up work to make it happen. And it turns out that puts home plate right behind like one of the regular pop-up screens of the game. So couldn't use that one. Had to go back to something a little more traditional. But let's see if I can get this. Here we go. That's what I want. There we go. All right. So if you want to bop around the leagues here pretty quick, and I'll get the overall league leaders up here over on the right. Of special note, because it is the year of the pitcher, how many guys are hitting 300 or better in Eternal Baseball?
Yes, 4.
4.
Wow.
So I'm gonna make Rogers Hornsby my favorite for National League MVP, given that he's hitting 357. With 23 homers. So, yeah, pretty good. And we talked about it in our Eternal Baseball newsletter this week that Fernando Tatis Jr. was leading the National League in homers, which is a little bit of a surprise. Nothing against Tatis, but the talent, obviously, in Eternal Baseball is pretty tremendous. So good for him. And then there's Lou Gehrig, one of my favorites, top that leaderboard. But impressive for RBIs, and we'll see Willie Mays tonight. Willie Mays has 87 RBIs, 16 better than Ted Williams overall. Wow. So Willie Mays, as usual, crushing dreams and breaking hearts in Eternal Baseball. And the Giants are up pretty good in the West, 7 games over the Dodgers. Cubs are up 3 games on the Cardinals, who've made a kind of slow and steady charge. Atlanta's going to win the South, but I'm not terribly excited at them at 52-43. Montreal's holding off Philadelphia right now, but of course that puts Philly, St. Louis, and the Dodgers in the thick of that wild card hunt in the National League. Over in the American League, Oakland's good this year, really good pitching for Oakland. And then Cleveland, Chicago, and Detroit are all in the mix here in the North. Down South, it's Birmingham again, limping away, I guess, with the South title. And then the Yankees are incredible, even better than they were record-wise last year. But Boston and Baltimore are both very good, too. And they're, I don't want to say assuredly, but kind of handily in a 2-man race for those 2 American League wildcard spots. So we'll look forward to seeing that as it plays out. But right now, we got baseball to play. San Francisco at Pittsburgh. Let me make sure I do this right.
Yeah, Rob has a good point. I guess we could have gone old school.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe we'll do that some year and do old school ballparks for the ones that are.
That would actually be pretty cool,
right? And the Tiger Stadium would just look like a pole because that's all you can see from my lone experience at Tiger Stadium was sitting behind a pole in the outfield, which kind of snug, but still happy to be there. So here we go. Let's crack.
We're at a couple of those old school stadium. I mean, it was like 480 to center, or they right? Some didn't even have a fence.
Yeah, I think it was back in the day, I think it was more common to hit an inside the park homer, right? Because if you cleared the center fielder, just jog, man, just go into your trot. Because by the time he gets it, he's 50 yards further away. So.
Got to dodge some livestock and.
Yeah, exactly right. There's cows grazing out there. Well, we know our pitchers. Looked it up earlier. So it's Madison Bumgarner, which is pretty cool because we're going new school. Actually, hang on. He's been a reliever, but he hasn't pitched in ages, so he should have his full assortment of pitches today. So that's Bumgarner. Oh, I just did Romo on accident. Sergio Romo is not opening for the Eternal Baseball Giants. And then on the other side, it's a really good left-hander, Jesse Tannehill, for the Pirates. So it's battles of lefties. So we'll set the Pirate lineup first here.
We're not seeing that screen, just not that it's super important.
It didn't pop up. I hate it when it does this. Let me
just so you know.
Appreciate you bringing this. StreamYard has done some updating lately, and I don't know that they're all improvements. There we go. That's better. All right. So Jesse Tannehill pitching and now sorting by their OPS against left-handers.
One of these years, we gotta get Van Slyke into a game. One of these.
I mean, he's inactive, but it doesn't have to be. But it's hard to crack that outfield, man. Between Clemente, Ralph Kiner, Dave Parker, Andrew McCutchen, Brian Reynolds, Paul Wainer. I forget if he's Big Poison or Little Poison.
There you go.
But they had the Poison brothers. So
John and Rob had a couple comments there.
Here we go.
One about Wainer.
Never had a bad seat at Yankee Stadium, but I've only been in the new one, or the two newer ones anyway. Paul Wainer, is he qualified? They just have him in right field, John, but I will take a look into that on Mr. Wainer. But center field's busy anyway for Pittsburgh because it's usually, it can be McCutchen, it can actually be Clemente. And I know that sounds like absolute sacrilege to move Clemente, maybe the best right fielder of all time, out of right field. But they've got some guys like Dave Parker who only play right field. So if Cobra isn't, great nickname, if Cobra is not DHing, he's got to play right. I think there's another one.
We got to get Dave Parker in there regardless.
Love Dave Parker. He's got a great picture, so we definitely want to get him in. So, all right, anyway. So we got 3 of the top 4 are...
John was saying he was Big Poison.
Big Poison. All right, I appreciate that. I think Cobra got Big Poison. I mean, come on. Parker's our only lefty near the top of the lineup, so I think he'll go third. Wow, Kendall has had a hell of a year.
Oh man,
seems weird.
Manny Sanguillen is inactive.
Yeah,
heartbreak.
Tony Pena's. I guess Sanguillen hasn't had his chance, but Pena's had a good year too, and Kendall's been great. So it looks like McCutchen, Clemente. I know the numbers say it, but I can't bat Tony Pena ahead of Ralph Kiner. No offense, Tony. We will get you in there. So Kiner will end up playing left. McCutchen will be in center. Clemente will be in right, and Parker will DH. And then Pena fine can catch. Oh, we already have a catcher. Sorry, we already have Kendall catching. So that would make Pie Trainer the third baseman. Look at this defense, man. Trainer at third, he's a 9. Mazeroski at second, he's a 10. There aren't a whole lot of 10-rated defenders in Eternal Baseball. So
John has a recommendation. You can.
Oh, here we go.
Give us up to par.
Yeah, against left-handers, Dave Parker's numbers are far better than Paul Wainer's. A 684 OPS to an 880 OPS. OPS against left-handers, just specifically what we've seen this season. So I don't think Wainer for Parker actually improves their chances to win.
Or is he thinking Kutch?
Kiner in left, yes. Clemente can play center. Oh, instead of McCutcheon. That's it. Yeah. Well, now McCutcheon's an 885. He's their second best hitter against lefties. Again, smallest sample size, but we are 95 games in. So I get the love for Big Poison, but I think against left-handers, he's probably their fourth best outfield option, fifth if you count Dave Parker. Doesn't mean he won't pinch hit, but
Wainer plays at first base. Just throwing that out there. Not a great first base, but I don't think
you know what. That's fine, because other than that, I could play. Usually, I get Stargell in there.
Oh,
but he's not much better at first, and he's weaker against left-handers, being a left-handed hitter. Now Wainer's a lefty too, but he's not as limited.
Yeah, so let's bring Stargell off the bench. That'd be fun.
That makes sense. All right, we will give you Paul Wainer, but at first base, and the Pirates are all set. So let's flip over here, take a look at the Giants. And it's, again, we want to look at batting versus left-handers. Now, Pablo Sandoval's got 1,000 OPS, but I think that's in 2 at-bats. And he's not active for today. So, but Mays has the most RBI, so he's your cleanup guy. And then Barry goes right in front of him. And now we've got – now, I'm going to activate Bobby Bonds for this game because he kills lefties. And then it's probably Travis Jackson sitting down for today. Kevin Mitchell happens to murder lefties. So, wow, his on base is ridiculous too. So I guess I'm not going to lead off Kevin Mitchell, but I'll lead off Bobby Bonds. That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Mitchell can DH or maybe play third base. Bill Terry is second in the batting race, so he'll do a nice lefty-righty with Mays. Freddie Lindstrom, who I don't know much about, but looks like he'll be the third baseman. Buck Ewing, nice to get a catcher from the 1902s. And now we have second and short. That's probably Jeff Kent and George Davis. Because, yeah, I just had to check to make sure Kevin Mitchell wasn't eligible at short, and he's not. So
there you go. So Travis Jackson's having a bad year, huh?
Yeah, having kind of a rough year so far. He is.
Because he had some good ones, didn't he?
Yeah, you know what? He actually hasn't played very much.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So, but George Davis has been really good against right-handers and not so good against lefties.
There's no way Buck Ewing doesn't throw this game.
Yeah.
Someone's taking a jab.
Yeah, I could see that happening. All right, so let me see if I click play, if it'll change screens and we'll keep it, or if I got to reload it. Yeah. Hang on.
He caught me in like a scary jump cut. I'm like sitting there right up on the screen like
So can you hear this, Brent?
I cannot.
We're officially gonna petition to StreamYard and try to get this cleaned up. But let me try this one more time.
Yeah, we had it last week, right? So
share tab audio. Okay. Wait, I think I got it.
Bonds.
Yep.
User error as usual, but we'll get there. All right, so Bobby Bonds, who once drove onto the Arizona State infield to get out of the car and argue with the coach about how Barry was being used. So, and why do I know that? Yeah, Sun Devil, maybe.
Love it.
All right, so actually, we're the home team, so we're the Pirates tonight. So let me get in here and give San Francisco to the computer. And we'll see if Willie Mays can haunt us like he always had.
Oh, it's a sure thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Wagner's got to play shortstop. Archie Vaughn can play third, but Trainer's better against left-handers, and there ain't nothing wrong with Pie Trainer's glove. So, Anyway, I'm digging most of this infield. Trainer's ridiculous. Wagner's really good. Mazeroski is stratospheric. And then Paul Wainer is rotten. So we'll see if he catches any of these throws as Bobby Bonds digs in. Oh, no. Boy.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. All
big
day.
Boys.
Designated hitter. Number 7. Kevin
He's probably over there
Mitchell.
just cooling off the glove. Kevin Mitchell, who I always liked. Can he leg it out? No.
Oh.
Left fielder, number
Replay.
24, Barry Bonds.
All right. So Sun Devil, Barry Bonds steps in. 2 outs, Brent. We pitch into Barry Bonds?
Yes, always.
All right. Well, I'll take it.
That's the best
Center fielder, number 24, Willie Mays.
Oh, good. Willie Mays with his 7-game hitting streak.
Splendid.
Get it, Ralph.
He's got it.
Oh, yeah.
Pitching for San Francisco, number 40, Madison Bumgarner.
I got it.
Leading off for
Jason
Pittsburgh,
Kendall,
catcher, number 18, Jason Kendall.
Looks like a mugshot.
It's like weirdly disproportional too. It's strange. I don't know what to make of it.
It feels like we should be able to tell how tall he is by the background, right? Like
it's kind of like bumping up against the ceiling too.
Yeah. Needs more headroom. All right, Kendall. All right.
Fielder, number 21, Roberto Clemente.
Love this picture of Clemente, right? Because he is baseball royalty, and it just looks like he looks like a prince, right? And I love the green underbrim of the hat under the batting helmet. We don't get that anymore.
Love it.
But yeah. No.
Designated hitter, number 39, Dave Parker.
Come on, I wish they'd let him do the college thing like the Pirates used to do, where they got stars for good plays. I think Willie Stargell actually handed those out, right?
Did he really?
I think he was, the dean of that team. That's why they call him Pops, right? And I think he actually got to dole out the stickers for the hats.
So
which
great.
Is awesome, and they should do that again. But anyway, Cobra strikes
First
out.
baseman, number 3, Bill Terry.
There's a couple other comments real fast.
Oh, let's see what we got here.
Let's see.
I think he can, but I don't think he's any better. This might be revisionist history now, but same rating. So I suppose we could have played Kiner at first and Stargell in left, but the defensive ratings are the same. And no offense to Willie, but he has struggled mightily against left-handers this year. So, but boy, if they bring in a righty reliever later, be happy to introduce him to Mr. Stargell.
Was Kiner a big announcer for a while?
Yeah, for the Mets. He did a thing called Kiner's Corner, where he would interview players. So
interesting.
Fantastic hitter, but not much of a fielder. No offense, Mr. Kiner. As Bill Terry steps in.
Oh.
Get it, Kutch. Nice.
Third baseman.
I do like
number 3.
The Pirates aren't
Freddie
spending a lot of money
Lindstrom.
these days, but I love that they brought McCutcheon back. Right? That's just, yeah. And
why not?
If this is his last year, then I'm glad he's doing a tour in Pittsburgh. And if it isn't, maybe he'll come back. Who knows? Lindstrom sends one deep. Clemente on the run. That's Clemente.
Catcher.
Come on.
Buck Ewing.
Look at this. I forgot. Clemente, 10 defense, 10 arm.
Jeez,
like, yeah.
The National League All-Star team.
Yeah. No big deal. Here's Buck Ewing.
No.
Kiner on the run, but he's in
center fielder, number 22.
One of the things I like.
Andrew McCutcheon.
I visited Pittsburgh for an MLB All-Star game when I was working for McFarland Toys. And granted, we did not get to go to the game. Almost never got to go. But we got to attend the fan fest and sell our action figures. And Pittsburgh's such a cool town because, and there aren't a lot of towns like this. They only have NHL, NFL, MLB. So they have 3 of the big 4. But all 3 teams have black and gold as their colors. So the whole town is black and gold. Like all the awnings are black and gold. If you look in the background, the friggin' bridges are black and gold. Like it's totally feels like a big college town, right? Like One of those like Columbus. Well, I guess they have the Blue Jackets, but like Tucson, where everybody's wearing U of A colors. It felt very much like that, except it didn't suck like Tucson.
There goes half our audience.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, U of A, I hope you enjoyed Senior Day last Saturday, because I sure did. Just saying. So here's Kutch.
ASU took him down?
Yeah, ASU down 2 with 3
Left
seconds
fielder,
to play.
number 4,
hit a
Ralph
3-pointer
Kiner.
from past half court to ruin Senior Day. And their old coach, Lute Olson, who left the program a couple years ago, several years ago, they have his giant autograph on the court, and they hit the 3 from Lute's autograph past
the hat on the other side. Love it.
It's beautiful. Love it. All right. So here's McCutcheon's only 30% to steal, Brent. So I don't know that we're gonna
It's
get
not
frisky.
the 4th inning yet.
Now, yeah, we'll get there.
Strike 3.
That's kind of
Baseman, number 20, Pie Trainer.
Pie Trainer.
Ooh.
You got a lot of it, but look.
Look at Waze go, dude. He ran over, gave Bonds a high five, and then
I think he actually did a lap around Bonds.
Mazeroski.
All right. Wait, having Bobby in right field, he actually has some help. But normally we've played games with Mays in center and Bonds and McCovey in right. McCovey was not much of a fielder. And it was pretty much in between the 2 white lines. It was Willie's ball.
It was,
right?
Yeah, it was Bad News Bears, right?
Yeah. And if it was a pop up to left or right, Mays was usually right next to him going, "You got it? You sure? You good? All right, fine.
Just let me know, man."
Yeah, I'm here if you need me. Tag me in. Here's Bill Mazeroski. Popping it up. We'll see if Buck Ewing has chance. He's running out of real estate. Foul ball. Here's Maz. Run, McCutcheon, run. Oh. Well, they're
second baseman, number 21, Jeff.
Oh, it was a third
Kent.
out. Didn't matter. They got all excited. Here's Jeff Kent with his disturbing mustache.
Right, Rob has a good point.
There we go.
Gotta.
I think Mays might catch it on the bridge.
It'd be like Bugs Bunny where he hails a cab.
That's it. I'm not sure I've ever seen one hit over Mays. Once in a while, one in the gap if it's an absolute screamer. But here's Jeff Kent, who's leading the league
Shortstop,
in
George Davis.
ATV accidents. George Davis steps in. Looks like he drops a bunt. Poison's on it. Maz catches it all right.
Yeah, you can imagine the Bumgarner Kent expeditions on their off days, right?
Right? Oh, that's right. They're probably racing bikes together. I mean, going to the movies.
Oh, Rob said it is a pedestrian bridge. Oh,
okay. McCutcheon's on it. Kent won't challenge. 2 down, Kevin Mitchell. Ooh, laces it to left. Kiner comes up with it. Kent scores with no throw.
It's over.
Well, we're done. 1-0 Giants.
I'm out.
Barry Bonds coming to the plate. You know what? I'll take it. I don't care. 2 for 2 with no RBI. I'll take it. But here comes.
Man, this just keeps getting worse.
He's such a nice guy, right? Say, hey, kid.
Get that guy on the Mets.
He's an absolute assassin in this game. Willie Mays. Oh, dribbles it up the middle. Mazeroski's on it. Throw. Poof. Got him.
All right, Maz.
Shortstop, Honus Wagner.
Honus Wagner steps in. Fantastic bunter leading off. Brent, what do you think?
That's true. John has a point. Where's Mel Ott?
Mel Ott can play in the outfield or he can play a bad third base. But if you check the
it's because he was lefty, right?
That's it. Mel Ott, again, he's not awful. Well, he's been bad against lefties. Pretty bad. 192 with a 423 slugging. So,
yeah, just got kind of bumped.
Yeah,
out.
it wasn't. It was deliberate. Like
it was pure
righties.
Animosity on my part.
Yeah, exactly. Against righties, he's in there, probably playing third, which is scary.
That was in my rider to appear on the show. There will be no Mel Ott.
No Mel Ott. Rhoda, you want to do Eternal Baseball?
And green M&Ms.
As
boxes of green.
As long as Mel Ott doesn't play, I'm in, Webb. Yeah, I got two requirements. Puckett starts and no damn Mel Ott.
I hate that guy.
Used to always get Mel
Generational
Ott
animosity, man.
Right. Always get Mel Ott in my packs. And like,
there we go.
Where's my Greg Jeffries rookie?
89 Donners packs.
Right. How's Mel Ott in my 86 Fleer cards? Weird. All right, Honus Wagner. We're button. We're button.
Right behind the Saberhagen rookie.
Right. Look at Wagner.
Do you remember all those 85
First
Topps
baseman,
packs?
number
Where somehow we got
Paul
every single
Klinger.
Brett Saberhagen rookie that was ever printed.
Yeah.
Went to our local card shop. Every pack you open, it was Saber. It's like, oh, another Saberhagen.
Yeah, kind of weird. And you'd see it behind the glass for like, $2. You're
right.
like, Beckett says it's a $10 card. Not here, it isn't.
You're right. Not in Central Oregon.
Nope. Honus Wagner is 67.
You get out of here, City Slicker.
Right,
You're out of your element.
Beat it, said Duncan. Get out of my show. All right, Honus Wagner is 67% to steal. But we got nobody out and the 9-hitter up.
And big.
And he's a 4 bunter out of 10.
I think we just let him rip.
Just let him hit?
It hurts
All
me
right.
to say, but
Oh, they're trying to pick him off. 36% now.
Man.
So that reinforces the decision. Look at Big Poison.
Man.
It's Willie.
He's out. It's out. Yeah, he just gave another high five.
Bobby Bonds is an 8 fielder. And Willie Mays just told him, hold my beer. That's awesome.
Oh, man. I thought we had a chance there.
Man, here's it's still, they think Wagner's going 68%, 1 out.
With Kendall up, I think we should send him.
You can hit and run too. You got some options.
Let's hit and run. Okay. Good idea.
Hit and run. Well, it may have saved us a double play. As Kendall is thrown out, but
I think that's the first time we've hit and run and he's actually made contact.
Right. It actually worked. Now, I don't want to tempt you because it is Roberto Clemente at the plate, but Wagner is 69% to steal third.
I don't think the numbers justify. Plus,
yeah, he's already in scoring position, right?
Pretty much anybody else.
Yeah, it'd be pretty bad. Could you imagine he gets thrown out at third and Clemente has to walk back to the dugout?
Who's even the coach of the Pirates? Who's our?
I think it's. I wonder if it's. Is it Leland?
Is it Leland with his like Abraham Lincoln hat?
And
Pirates
and his chain smoking.
That guy was amazing.
Hold on, I might see it here. No, it's.
Oh, it is Leland. You're right.
Where is it? I don't even see that.
Underneath Mazeroski and underneath photos.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa, man, that changes everything. Leland, he's no Whitey Herzog, but he might put him in motion.
I saw a picture of Leland from last week visiting Tigers spring training camp and hanging out with Miguel Cabrera because he skippered the Tigers, right? And I'm like, no offense, but that guy chain smoked in the dugout like his whole career. And he's still bopping around Florida.
Man,
like,
there are certain guys, man, they can just chain smoke and it's no big deal.
Man.
It's almost like it's almost as if that actually makes them healthier, surprisingly.
Yeah. If you don't mind a little language after the show, head on to YouTube and type in Jim Leland, Barry Bonds discussion.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, it's so good. It's like the first day of spring training, right? And Leland all offseason has gone, I can't wait for baseball except for dealing with that Barry Bonds. And so Bonds is at home plate just chatting with some guys. And I don't know if he showed up late or what the deal was, but Leland's already mad day one of spring training. And he just goes to him and there's a mic close enough to pick it up. And the basic gist of the conversation is, I'm not doing it again this year. We're not going to have any of that diva stuff this year. And so it's pretty cool to see maybe the only guy ever to just lay into Barry Bonds, professionally.
Yeah.
So It's worth a watch.
I'm waiting for that video after he got thrown out by Sid Bream.
Right?
Can you imagine?
There's an argument. I didn't even.
After he didn't get Sid Bream, I should say.
There's an argument that Bream was out.
Is there? Is it a good argument?
Just that. I mean, it's your classic sit down slide, right? And his front foot is all in the air because you don't want to slide into home with your foot right against because you'll get lip of the plate.
Right.
So there are mainly Pirate fans who believe that, I think it was Mike LaValliere, got him on the back foot before the front foot actually came down on the plate.
Man, that'd be so fascinating if they actually had, their 10 camera angles and the slow-mo.
Yeah. They say their argument is today with better cameras and instant replay, he absolutely would have been out. I don't know. For now, let's leave Francisco Cabrera with his greatest RBI. And Sid Bream with his fastest run ever. And let's get back to Roberto Clemente.
I love me a good conspiracy.
I don't think Willie's getting that.
He's got it.
It's off the wall. Stand-up double for
Roberto all right.
Clemente. And
now we got Cobra.
I'm just excited that somebody hit one that Willie didn't get. I don't know how it's possible. Here's Cobra. Doing Cobra things.
Well, we're in it.
But we're back in this with Bill Terry. Fantastic batter. I looked him up because I didn't know much about Bill Terry because over like a 3-year span, he hit 390 or something like that. And he was playing in the minor leagues in, I think, the 20s. I'll have to look that up. And a mutual friend got him to meet the Giants manager. And the Giants manager, had saw him play the night before and said, you know what, you swing a good stick, kid. Maybe you'll make the Giants someday. And his answer was like, I don't know. I got a pretty good drywall job. I think it was John McGraw, some unbelievable Giants manager. And he totally blew him off.
I love it.
And that stuck actually in the manager's mind. And so when he got back, he said, you know what, this kid's got stones. Let's sign him up, see what he can do. And so they signed him up and they paid him a little bit more than he was making. And sure enough, Bill Terry had a solid career. And that 3-year stretch, unbelievable. So anyway, here's Freddie Lindstrom. Oh! I don't know if Clemente booted it or if it just shot past him.
What's it say?
It just says it's at least a double all the way to the corner, all the way to the wall. Lindstrom with a stand-up triple. So it must have just been scorched. His first triple of the year. And here's Buck Ewing, who's a 9 bunter, but there's 1 out. So I don't think they're going to squeeze.
He's got a 9 rabbit punch.
Right? Absolutely. He's just ready to go if he gets hit. He's
just anywhere that's not a strike on the inside part of the plate.
Well, and it's a lefty too, so he would really have to be trying to hit him. Let's see. Buck Ewing
done in by them.
Hollywood
villain.
He rounded first base and he was just like, these kids these days, they got no respect. Now catcher Buck Ewing is 76% to steal. We can't let that happen. 72.
Was it eastbound and down where he could always be?
Yeah, where he came. I haven't watched. I need to watch more of that show. But when he comes to the mound in the Mexican leagues, playing Hulk Hogan's Real American and wearing an American flag as the cape and flapping his arms like an eagle, that's good stuff. Ewing's 80%. I'm going to pitch out here because I just don't want him to steal on us.
They wouldn't dare.
There he goes.
He's
in there anyway.
Come on, Kendall.
You know what? Respect.
Right.
Not even mad.
Oh, man.
And then he hit Kent.
It's all falling. Oh, no. Who's injured?
Kent. He hurt Kent.
Oh. Wow.
So to recap, catcher Buck Ewing just drove in the go-ahead run. Tried to pick him off twice, couldn't get him. Pitched out, and he's still second. And on the next pitch, he hit and hurt Jeff Kent. So Jesse Tannehill
tempers are flaring.
Is turning heel right now. Roger Connor is our new runner.
Connor is the new runner at first.
Oh, look at him.
Wow.
A gentleman.
Is he? I don't know.
Well, I heard once he took off the mustache and threw it at somebody like a shuriken. Here's George Davis. Look at this. What do you got?
What is going on here?
We got a barbershop quartet playing.
We've entered a time machine. There's some sort of temporal interference.
What's going on? Oh, and Jeff Kent was in the middle. The modern day mustache. Infield fly. Gotta love it. Bobby Bonds steps in. He looks happy, but he's still miffed about Willie tipping him over to make that catch and right. But fine. Kiner's all over that. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. We are dragging tonight. I better pick it up. Here's McCutchen leading off with a sure single to left.
There we go.
I thought Bonds was going to throw it to Mays so he could fire it in. McCutchen 65% to steal second. The 5-hitter, Kiner up, nobody out.
I think we hit away.
Okay. Oh, pickoff attempt.
Where are we at? We're
35.
Man, okay. Bumgarner's got his pickoff move going.
I didn't even think about that. Ewing's a good catcher, and Bumgarner's a lefty, so it's a little harder to get that good lead today. Kiner pops it up.
See, Kiner, as Rob said, Kiner needed the mustache. Where's the mustache? Yeah. Ralph.
Yeah. All right. McCutchen, 71%. Pie Trainer up, 1 out.
Let's send him. It's fourth inning, right?
Yeah. Bottom of the fourth. Off he goes.
Oh, good jump.
He's in there with his fourth steal on the year. Here's Pie Trainer. Walking.
Something's cooking.
Right? Here comes Mazeroski, who's not much of a bunter, so this looks like a straight hit situation. It's in the air.
Oh, man.
He's got a chance. Look at that.
You got it.
Dude.
It's on the bridge.
That is a Brent Rotundi special. He put it in Drake. Is it Drake Park?
Drake Park.
He put it over the fence into the river.
And I hit one home run in Little League, and there happened to be a snow cone, like a truck parked in front of and the dude gave me a free snow cone, and it was one of the happiest days. I just sitting in the dugout, just eating my snow cone in like the third inning.
That's awesome.
Just brilliant.
That you got it mid game too, right?
Mid game, just like let's do this. Yeah, I think I might have brought it out to short.
That was like winning a bet with Mr. Seams, and he'd buy in RC Cola.
Yes,
just drink it in front of everybody.
There you go.
Eat it, suckers, with your Capri Sun.
Pure living.
Yeah, dude.
Well, your Capri Sun that one of your friends probably inflated and sold to you in a.
One time in 5th grade, Tori Antoni popped open his Capri Sun and had just put it in his mouth, and I reached over and friggin' crushed it. It was like shotgunning a Capri Sun, and then it blew up like it went everywhere. He didn't deserve that, but man, I just want to see what would happen.
I would like to publicly apologize.
I apologize.
We should have that be a segment, actually. For
I apologize unreservedly. All right, so much of ribbled tales from R.E. Jewell Elementary. As the Pirates are up 4-2, and Honus Wagner steps in.
Do you remember when we prank called Jimmy Castro?
I have no recollection.
Yes, sorry. We'll edit this in post.
Never happened. It might have. Once or twice. Okay, so Big Poison.
I would like to unreservedly apologize.
Big Poison, whose agent John Ford got him into the lineup today, and rightly so. Digs in with Honus Wagner at second. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a Willie. I thought it was going to get down. It did not.
Oh.
And that wraps up the 4th inning. But 3 runs in, Pirates up 4-2. Here is Kevin Mitchell with a dribbler and a Pie Trainer. 1 down. Here's Barry Bonds with nobody on. 2 for 2 with 2 soft singles, which we're totally fine with.
I don't remember Billy Madison that well.
With the movie?
Yeah. Rob has a comment about it.
Oh, okay, hang on. Oh, yeah.
I know that's sacrilegious, but I do not remember.
When he realized that he was kind of a jackass in school, he made a list of people to apologize to. And he called Steve Buscemi at home.
Oh, yeah,
and apologized to him. And Buscemi was like, yeah, it's no big deal. Cool. And then when they pan out, he's got a list of people to kill. And he crosses Billy Madison off and then just starts putting lipstick on his whole face. I think Buscemi won an Oscar for that. Not maybe. It was well done.
Love Steve Buscemi.
Here's Willie Mays. 2 down. Yeah, love it. Jason Kendall steps in. He's excited to be here.
Is he a good bunter? I can't tell.
6. No, he's their best hitter against lefties.
All right.
Can't be bunting him. Look at that. Wrong direction. And here's the Prince, Roberto Clemente. Wrong area. Cobra, 0 for 2. A 4 bunter, which seems generous.
It does.
I remember when Parker was in the A's Brewers part of his career, like 87, 88. He would swing a golden sledgehammer on deck. It's like straight out of WWE. And I think it was in one of those World Series, I forget, 89, 90, with the A's. He massacres this ball down the line and just pretty much breaks out the binoculars to watch it go. And as he's moonwalking over first base, it hits the wall and falls. And he goes, Jesus, if I get stuck with a single, I'll never hear the end of it. So he tries to put it in 5th gear. Turns out he only has 3 gears at that point in his career. And he's desperately trying to make a double out of it. And he is 100% out at second. And the slide is awful. He like runs 2 feet from the bag and then belly flops and tries to just slap the bag. And I swear he's out. But it was a mercy call. And they reviewed back then. And they figured he was embarrassed enough. Because he got up and it took him like 30 seconds to shake out the pants. There was so much dirt in it. But that's my enduring memory of Dave Parker, unfortunately.
Love it.
Here's Bill Terry. Hitting it to the wrong guy, Bill Terry. Freddie Lindstrom steps in. Pie Trainer is up to the task. So far, so good for Big Poison at first base. Here's Buck Ewing. He's had himself a game so far, but McCutcheon appears to be
did Matlock make the roster?
He is on the roster and he plays quite a bit. He's not very good defensively. He's a 4 at second base and a 4 at third and a 2 at first.
How can he be a 2 at first?
I don't know. Even Big Poison and Ralph Kiner are like, dude.
Like, man, you need to put some reps in here.
How is he a better second baseman than a first baseman? I don't know. But maybe he just can't catch the scoop. Maybe that's it.
I just remember they had that one footage of Matlock where they were trying to intentionally walk him. And he just, I mean, I don't know how far the ball was off the plate, but man, he just lunges and he slaps his perfect single into right. It was fantastic.
I remember a beer league softball game in Bend. And speaking of Billy Madison, when you took a running start at a low pitch that was going to hop in front of the plate and just massacred it to left, and they called you out for
because I was out of the batter's box.
Yeah, you were way out of the batter's box, right? And I've seen guys out of the batter's box, but usually not vertically.
I pulled out the Happy Gilmore every now and again.
I like to think I know my baseball a little bit. They called you out, and I'm like, "What is that?" Lou, come over here. We got to talk about that. Like he was on the grass, man.
It's like that checks out.
All right, fine. I'll be looking that up though when I get back.
You're right.
That happened to me in
You're lucky we don't have smartphones yet, sir.
There was a soccer game a couple of years ago where they kept playing it short to somebody on a corner kick, like right next to them, and then they would wait, draw a defender, and then they would chip it in. And so we put someone over there to guard that short guy. And one of the opposing fans said, ask for 10 yards. I'm like, you can't ask for 10 yards on a corner kick. And she's like, of course you can. I'm like, I'm going to look that up right. Okay. Never mind.
Right. I didn't know. I'll see myself out.
You ever seen anybody ask for 10 yards on a corner kick?
Very rarely. Very rarely. Yeah.
Turns
Usually
out,
they actually like chalk off a little mark.
Right.
Yeah.
Turns out totally legit. So there you go. We'll see you next week on the Eternal Soccer Podcast.
Right. Just esoteric soccer.
Right. All right. Here's McCutcheon. Oh, it's foul.
I forgot about the death list in Bill Madison.
Right.
Too funny.
George Davis is up from the task. Here's Ralph Kiner. Walking.
I do enjoy the contrast where you go from the black and white catcher to the color pitcher, the black and white infield to the color outfield.
Here's Pie Trainer, who looks like he get into a double play. Boo.
Second baseman, Roger Connor.
Dude, Connor's killing it with that mustache. I like with the mini brim he's got going that I think it could rain and his mustache would still get wet. Right? Like, it's pretty outstanding. And he came in for Jeff Kent, who got hit in the ribs by Tannehill. And off he goes.
It came straight from his train conducting job.
Right. We are in the this is awesome. We're in the 7th inning, but Tannehill has thrown 68 pitches. So
Rob's right.
Yeah, it's pretty much true. So for relievers, by the way, I think it's Kent DeColve's 71st birthday today.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. You know what, though? We bring Kent in every game, and he always blows up. I love this guy. Love him. But, man, we've had some bad luck with DeColve.
Pretty much whenever we go to the pen, it hurts. But we do have some pretty good options out there, including I'm sorry that he's still in the game, right? But we don't kick guys out. So Felipe Vasquez, who's basically been blackballed from MLB, and probably rightly so.
Is he in jail though?
No, I don't think he is. But
okay.
But gotcha. He's not. Nobody's touching him, right? And there are guys who have had significant off the field issues. John Wetland is a good example, who are still in eternal baseball, and the idea of it is, we're letting the numbers be the numbers. And that's how Pete Rose is in. That's how Shoeless Joe Jackson. Eddie, I think it's Saccott from the Black Sox, is in. So Felipe Vasquez, we don't want to use him, but he's there in the pen, along with U of A grad Mark Melanson, Kent DeColve, who's been a fireman in the worst sense of the term. Dave, I think it's Gisty.
Are we listing all the Wildcats now, too?
Right? Yeah. Hey, Kenny Lofton. Terry Francona. Boo. Trevor Hoffman was a shortstop for the U of A,
really?
Who the Padres turned into a pitcher.
Wow.
So, okay.
How did Sean Dunston net? I mean, it feels like he could have done like 4 or 5 years on the back end of his career. And just been like, even if he would have been a 6th inning guy or something. Right?
Yeah. I love that there's a dedicated fan in Chicago with the Sean O'Meter sign for his current batting average. Not like he was winning batting titles or anything, but all right. Fine. Okay, here's George Davis. Oh, as Roger Connor gets frisky and he's off with the pitch.
Pretty good jump.
Telling you. Especially in black and white. And here's Bobby Bonds. Ugh. We got a lot of that. Looks like Connor's all over it, though.
How's his arm?
Will Connor tag? Oh, yeah.
Oh, give us a chance.
His arm's a 4. Didn't even try. George Davis is 75% to steal, but we're not going to let that happen. 76% now.
He's too much of a gentleman. Look at that photo. He wouldn't dare.
I bet he will. Nope. Kevin Mitchell with a dribbler. Honus Wagner's on. He throws. Got him. George Davis now at second. All right, 2 down. Davis at second. Bonds at the plate.
Have to
Mays
walk him.
behind him.
Oh, Mays behind him.
Now you can pitch around him.
Well, yeah. All right, pitch around him.
All right. A little liner to Big Poison, who is well up to the task.
Wow, that worked out well.
We hit the stretch. I like that Mazeroski hit the monster homer, right? With all the names in these lineups. It's Maz getting it done. We'll get there. Bum, bum, bum. Perfect. Mazeroski, 3 RBIs today. It was only his 4th homer on the year.
Whoa. Oh.
On Bobby Bonds.
I'm surprised Willie Mays didn't grab that.
Honus Wagner steps in, 2 for 2. So I guess he doesn't have to bunt. Good bunter, though. Look at him go. Off the wall.
And he ran on.
Mays was over there just to offer encouragement. You can get him, Barry. Follow through.
No, you take it.
Big Poison right here.
Strike 3.
Striking out. And here's Kendall with 2 down. The tapper to Davis. Oh, who has trouble? Runners are safe. 1st and 3rd for Roberto Clemente. As Bumgarner's coming up against that pitch, well, not pitch limit, but his exhaustion mark. We'll see where they go with that. Clemente with a grounder to 3rd. He'll go to 2nd for the out. Willie Mays, our personal nightmare, steps in against Tannehill, who's only thrown 76 pitches through 7. Like,
wow, efficient.
Take your base.
Efficiently awful.
You know Mays is going to steal too, right?
Where's he at?
71.
All right.
I'll try at least keep him a little closer. Still at 71. All right, fine. Bill Terry bunts. They're down 1. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Here's Freddie Lindstrom. Pops it straight up. Doesn't have the distance there, Freddie.
Is Kendall getting there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can trust this guy. Buck Ewing. I mean, we could put him on and pitch to Roger Connor.
Got those eyes. Buck Ewing's eyes.
Actually, Connor wasn't in the starting lineup because he's awful against lefties this year, I think. Let's see. 0-56 against lefties.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, with 2 down, maybe we put Ewing on and pitch the 0-56 off the bench, Connor. It is putting the go-ahead run on in the 8th inning.
I think, man, do you really think Ewing's going to be the second hit today?
I'm looking at that 0-56.
All right, Mark. You talked me into it.
All right. So go ahead, Buck Ewing. Take your base.
Kind of embarrassed.
Mays is 70% to steal 3rd.
Look at Ewing. They're going to pull a double.
I'm going to try to pick off Willie Mays.
Hey.
All right, just to keep him honest. All right, Connor. Let's see. This is all on me. No!
Oh, no.
The double to the corner.
Oh, he's not going to run on Clemente, is he?
Come on, Roberto.
Throw it.
Throw's coming to 3rd. So Connor hits a 2-run triple as the Giants take the lead 5-4. Son of a... Okay. George Davis gets under it. McCutcheon's there. All right, we got work to do.
All right. Come on, Cobra.
0 for 3. Show us something, please. With a tapper. The aforementioned Roger Connor comes up with it. Here's McCutcheon.
Walking
like that.
Right. Come on. Give us a good one. Is that 85?
Greg Minton is now pitching for San Francisco.
Pitching for San Francisco, number 38, Greg
Wow.
Minton.
Continuing the fine mustache tradition.
Who's Greg
though.
Minton? I've never heard of Greg
I
Minton.
think he's early 80s.
Wow.
But the real numbers are his actual 3-year stats average. Held guys to a 208 average and a 274 slugging. So not bad,
Yeah.
Mr. Minton. But he's right-handed, which lets us get into our bag of tricks here. OPS versus righties. Yeah, I think Willie Stargell's the call here because he can play first base anyway. Oh, no, Wainer hits better than him against righties.
Okay.
So Stargell, and Kendall's not bad either. So it looks like Stargell might be our 9th inning play for McCutcheon.
Okay.
Does that
Sounds
sound
good.
All
Yeah.
right. All right, Kiner, give us something. Or maybe it's not McCutcheon. Ralph Kiner, please. No. Willie Mays, doing Willie Mays stuff. All right, let's check Pie Trainer. I think I got lost in the lineup here. Pie Trainer against right-handers is a 237 hitter. So this is our Willie Stargell moment.
Okay.
So, Willie, good to see you. If you want to give yourself a star after the game for this at bat, that's up to you.
Pinch hitting for Pittsburgh, number 8, Willie Stargell.
2 down. Willie Stargell steps in. Giants lead 5-4, bottom of the 8th.
Ooh, that was a
To
rope.
the wall. McCutcheon to third. He comes home. Willie Stargell
Wow. Willie Stargell.
pops with the pinch hit double. We're all tied up at 5.
And Maz is up. Here
And
we
here's
go.
Mazeroski. Only 1 for 3, but 3-run homers. So
A big one.
it's a shot to Davis. He comes up with it. I'll take it.
All
We're
right.
tied up as we go to the top of the 9th. Tannehill, geez, still good. 89 pitches so far. Top of the lineup, Bobby Bonds. Oh, we're missing a third baseman. I almost forgot. So, Pittsburgh roster. So,
Archie Vaughn, welcome aboard. Or Matlock.
who are missing a third baseman? Yeah, Vaughn's much better defensively, but he can't. Well, we're not facing a lefty anymore. So it could be Madlock or Archie Vaughn. Madlock's a better hitter, a little bit better hitter, but Vaughn is by far the better defender.
Do we
Vaughn
want Matlock?
Vaughn's a 7 at third. Madlock is a 4.
Why don't we do Archie and then pinch hit maybe for McCutcheon? Well, I guess we can see the note.
I guess when we get there, but if we're putting Vaughn in now, do we put Vaughn in for Wainer and leave Stargell in?
Sure.
Or we could do it for, let's see. No, Kiner's not bad. All right, I think that's the play. So Vaughn for Wainer. Yeah, that's it. Vaughn will play third. Stargell will stay in the game, play first.
All
Okay.
right.
And I'm not going to the pen. I'm not even thinking about the pen. As Bobby Bonds digs in
Ball 4.
and walks.
Take your base.
All right, get to Colvey up.
Bobby Bonds, 71%. Let's see if we can keep a little closer. 75.
Hey.
It's slowly
69. All right.
Right.
I'm calling that a win. As Kevin Mitchell digs in with
declare
nobody out.
victory and go home.
Right. Here's Barry with his dad at first. The
That's pretty rad.
Yeah. Only Griffey ever did that, right? Like, pretty cool.
Love it.
We have to pitch to Barry, right?
I think so.
All right.
If Willie Mays.
Oh, look at that. His dad's going to be
Did you get
so
it? Did he turn
disappointed.
it?
He turned it.
Wow.
Barry hits into a double play, and we go to the bottom of the 9th.
There it is.
Honus Wagner up. Fantastic bunter. Nobody out. But he's also 3 for 3 on the day. So,
I think you let it rip, but
Maybe
unless
let
you're
him hit.
feeling it.
let him hit. It's fine. Barry's on his horse. Oh, and he puts
Third
it
baseman,
away.
number 5,
Yeah.
Archie Vaughn.
Here's Archie Vaughn with a
Look at
line
that, dude.
shot.
Send
Hit
him.
it. That's what you do. You hit it in front of Willie Mays. 24% to steal. Now, hang on. I don't think they've got any burners on the bench. No. Madlock, best steal option off the bench with 6.
That's actually pretty impressive for Bill Matlock.
Not too bad, right? So,
right.
Nobody going on here. Here's Kendall. Now, we are against a right-hander, so it changes things a little bit. Let's see. We have Pena on the bench, but Kendall's against righties is better than Madlock or Pena or Brian Reynolds. So,
should we hit and run?
We can.
Do you want to?
It's your turn. I made the last bad decision.
Let's do it. Let's hit and run.
All right, hit and run. 1 down. You know what? And Connor boots it.
Hey,
So we're safe. What could have been a double play. The hit and run may have spooked him.
Clemente. Here we go, man. This is
Clemente
perfect.
up. All right, Roberto.
Written in the stars.
6 game-winning RBIs on the year for Roberto
7.
Clemente. Greg
Lucky
Minton,
number 7.
Nope. It's a soft little flare to short. But the Cobra, 0 for 4.
There we go. Redemption.
Let's just verify here that this is what we want. Yeah, Parker's better than any other option. All right, Dave.
Ball 4.
Walks.
Ooh, here we go, man. Maybe he's going to walk the run in.
I don't know how long they want to sit with Greg Minton over Rod Beck or Gary Lavelle or okay. Here's McCutcheon.
Coach.
There was only 1 out, right? Or was it 2 out?
2 outs.
We're going extra, no charge. All right, let's see how we can get through this. Willie Mays leads off.
Ball 4.
As we stick with Tannehill in the 10th inning.
Yeah, it's Colvey time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get somebody ready. All right, I got Mays to 54%. So let's look at this bullpen. Yeah, it's Jacolve or Vasquez or Melanson look like our best options here.
Let's do Melanson and Colvey.
All right. I love that we're going to warm up 2 right-handers at the same time because we know whichever one we put in is going to fail us.
Yes, we're going to roll a die. We'll get our D20 out.
Right.
Roll.
All right. Bill Terry. Bill
Yep.
Terry steps in. Oh, and he bunts. I should have seen that coming. All right. Well, it's not the walk-off run, so we don't have to put Freddie Lindstrom on. But yeah, Lindstrom hurts lefties pretty good. And if we do a mound visit here,
Okay.
I think both guys should be ready. So do we want Tannehill to stay in?
I think you go. Let's go.
I think we got to go to the pen. Yeah, all right. Yeah, over the U of A guy. You bet. Birthday boy, Kent Colvey.
Pitching for Pittsburgh,
All right.
Look at this
number
guy.
27.
One of the most feared relievers of his day.
One of
And
those
I'm not
feared
lying.
accountants.
This guy threw it off he pretty much scraped the grass. He was such a wicked sidearm, submarine kind of funky guy.
Love it.
His nickname was Bones because he was 6'2", 140 pounds or something like that. Like he was an absolute rail.
Yeah,
and
20
now
20
no
of those
big
pounds
deal.
were his glasses.
Probably. He had the neck injuries from the glasses. Freddie Lindstrom steps in.
He did it again.
Come on, touch.
Jacolve.
Got him.
Oh, what?
Willie Mays out at the plate.
Crazy
I
town.
I did not. The single to center, totally expected that.
Oh,
out
man.
at the plate, who knew?
All right.
All right, to Colvey.
Hey.
Lindstrom steals second at 52% to steal.
Gutsy call.
Here's Buck Ewing. Oh, with a shot ski. Roberto on his horse.
Is it off the wall?
Web gem. Great
wow.
catch.
What's going on?
Ooh, I'm
All
feeling
right.
it.
Here
Here's
we go.
Ralph.
Walk
All
off right here.
I'm just doing my due diligence here. Madlock's a slightly better hitter, but it's not much. So I think we're all right here.
All right.
with
For
Ralph
Jim Leland.
Kiner.
Let's do this, boys.
Right. Jim Leland needs a new pack, right? He didn't bet on 11
Yeah,
innings.
right. What
Run,
pack of
Kiner.
smokes do you think he's on at this point?
Right. All right, Stargell 1 for 1 with that big pinch hit RBI double.
Ball 4.
And he walks. Greg Minton till they die, I guess. Here's Bill Mazeroski. Ewing wants to talk about it.
It's like, you son of a bitch. If you don't get
Right.
this guy out.
Oh, man. I thought that was going to get through, but it's a double play.
Ugh.
And here's Tekulve for his second inning against Roger Connor.
Love it.
He got a lot of that, but
Oh, is it
it's
going?
off the wall.
All right. We got it. Come on, Kent. Get yourself together.
Jeez. George Davis steps in
Gentleman George.
with a shot to deep short. Honus
Wow.
Wagner's all
Nice.
over it.
Nice pick.
Great play. Here's Bobby Bonds. Oh, it's a wild pitch, but he scoops it. We have a 32% chance to get Connor going to third. I think you got
Why not? Yeah.
Going to third. Yes.
Got him.
He did get him.
Wow.
Archie Vaughn with the tag.
What's going on here?
Right? All of a sudden, the Pirate defense. Incredible. Bobby Bonds over to Archie.
All
Lovely.
right, let's finish this, boys.
Greg Minton's only got 11 pitches left. Now, the computer sometimes does funky stuff. So, it's mainly righties coming up. Just to make sure they're covered, we're going to take control of the Giants here for a sec and make sure they've got some right-handers warming up. So it looks like Jeff Brantley. Well, I'm going to give him Brantley because Romo's their closer. Brantley and Gary Lavelle. So they got a lefty and a righty warming. That's all I'm doing.
All right.
And then they can have it back. Minton is okay. But only 11 pitches left before Minton's expired. As Honus Wagner steps in
Ball 4.
and walks. Wagner, 79% to steal, Brent.
Oh, man,
79.
so, I think we got to do it, don't you?
I think we do, yeah. So he's off.
Poot.
Ah, he's done. Fine. All right, let's pick up the pace since we're in extra innings. Archie Vaughn, dribbler to short. George Davis is up with it. 2 down. Rod Beck. They brought him back instead.
Here we go. Kendall, homer, walk-off.
Pitching for San Francisco, number 47, Rod Beck.
All right, Rod Beck.
Gutsy call, computer.
Oh, look at that. Kendall
Send
with
him.
a single. 67. But with 2 down and Clemente up,
Sure.
we go with Clemente's bat over Kendall's legs.
Hey.
73. 10
Ugh.
points.
All right, just let him hit. Let's walk
Yeah.
this off.
Ah, dribbler.
Did it make it?
Nope. But Colby is still good.
All right.
Melanson's running out of juice in the pen, though. So. we'll have
Pinch
to
hitting
deny
for
that.
San Francisco, number 44, Willie McCovey.
No big deal. Just Willie McCovey coming off the bench. I should have seen that coming, too. McCovey gets a lot, but I think McCutcheon's under it. Yep. Barry Bonds with 1 out.
Here we go.
Ugh. Just pitch to him?
I think so.
Roberto's under that. All right, with 2 down, Mays is 0 for 3.
I think you got to pitch to him. What do you think?
I mean, you could pitch around him and try to go with Terry next.
I think you got. Let's just make it more exciting. We'll just pitch to him.
Let's check to Colby because he might be wearing out. No, he's all right. But this is his last hitter.
Strong to Colby.
Hold on. Melanson is running out of gas, so he won't have much left even if we go to him. So let's get Hanrahan warming up too.
Okay.
Strike 3.
Yeah, Bruno's got it. Willie
right.
Mays sits down.
Come on,
Cobra.
Parker. End this.
0 for 4.
Did he get it?
No.
Ah.
He didn't. But here's McCutcheon. Ooh, McCutcheon got more.
Did he get it? He got it.
Off the wall. Double.
Come on, Kiner.
Ralph Kiner. just double checking. Against righties. Madlock slightly better. Slightly.
Your call, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, if we play Madlock, then we'll put in Brian Reynolds after that. Mad Dog, Bill Madlock. Look at all the
Pinch hitting for
stars on
Pittsburgh.
that.
Number 5, Bill
Can't argue with
Madlock.
stars.
It's go time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good
Bill
call, man.
Madlock. Bobby Bonds rushes over.
Victory.
The final score from
Look at
PNC
that.
Park.
Perfect.
12 innings. Pittsburgh 6, San Francisco 5. Kent Tekulve is the winner. He is now 3-2.
You know that pit.
Picks up the
On
loss.
his birthday.
He is now 1-5.
Kent Tekulve.
Home run number 4 on the season. Time of the game, 3 hours, 38 minutes.
Man, they do need a pitch clock. 3 hours, 38 minutes. And it felt like it. The only thing we got to check here is how bad did Jeff Kent get hurt? Just today. Ken will be back at it. So we appreciate that.
Scratched his mustache.
MVP is Bill Mazeroski for that 3-run homer, which feels like it was half a day ago.
Last week.
This is one of the better games, and certainly one of our better wins. So we appreciate you sticking with us as our pal Rob says, free baseball, as opposed to the normal subscription we charge. But we hope you enjoyed it. That's exactly what Eternal Baseball is all about. Love it. You can, if you like what you saw, certainly like, subscribe here on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us always at eternalbaseball.com. We post the box scores every morning. A couple players of the day. It's the best way to keep track of what's going on with your favorite squad. And if you see something that doesn't make sense, like Jack did earlier and got us Ralph Kiner at first, let us know. Send put a post on our team-specific message boards or let us know on Facebook. We want every team to be as competitive as possible. And it's hard to watch all 32 teams closely. So we always say we'll never know a team better than their diehard fans. So we appreciate your help in helping us keep all the teams in tip-top shape as we head down the stretch. So it's late. We got to go. The kids are banging at the door. So we appreciate you being with us, and we will see you next week.
Thanks, everyone.
For another thrilling edition of the Eternal Baseball Podcast.